These islands don't appear on commercial maps. No flights land here, no tourists come here. The last journalist who tried to reach this place disappeared for 72 hours before turning up on a Coast Guard cutter. No explanation given. But here's what they don't want you to know. Somewhere inside this archipelago is a facility that has never been publicly acknowledged. And the locals who live in its shadow have been trying to tell the world for decades. Stay with us. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this place is kept off the map. Most people, if you show them this chain of islands on a globe, will stare blankly. That's by design. Remote archipelagos have historically made the perfect military real estate, and the world's superpowers knew it. Distance is the first line of defense. The second, deliberate obscurity. The island chain we're exploring today sits at the intersection of three major geopolitical spheres of influence. Strategic thinkers figured this out during the Second World War. What was built here, and what has been built since, represents one of the most enduring and least reported military presences on the planet. Airstrips were carved into jungle. Underground bunkers were dug by the thousands. And when the war ended, many of those installations weren't abandoned. They were quietly expanded. We know this because of satellite imagery. Images that began circulating among open-source intelligence analysts about 3 years ago. Thermal signatures, unusual construction, and one particularly strange formation on the northern tip of the largest island that no government has ever officially explained. To understand the present, you need to go back. This archipelago changed hands at least 4 times in the 20th century alone. Each new power that arrived brought construction crews, weapons, and strict orders of silence for local inhabitants. Oral histories recorded by anthropologists in the 1980s reveal something extraordinary. Elders described lights moving beneath the surface of the water at night in the years following the war. Ships arriving with cargo that was never unloaded at the main dock. Instead, smaller vessels ferried materials to a cove on the eastern face of the largest island. A cove that doesn't exist on any nautical chart, dismissed as folklore. Until 2019, when a team of marine biologists, operating completely legally, studying coral degradation, captured something on their underwater cameras they were told, in no uncertain terms, to delete. They didn't delete it. They handed it to a journalist. That journalist's story was killed by 3 separate publications before finally running in a small investigative outlet read by approximately 4,000 people. We found it. We'll show you what it contained. Getting near this archipelago without military escort is technically not illegal in international waters. The exclusion zone begins at 12 nautical miles from the outermost island. We hired a local captain who knew these waters. He agreed to take us as far as the boundary line, and no further. His instructions were simple. If we see a gray hull on the horizon, we turn around immediately. No hesitation. 4 hours out, the color of the ocean changed. That sounds poetic, but it was genuinely unsettling. The water shifted from deep Atlantic blue to something darker, almost black. Our captain said nothing. He just pointed at his instruments. The GPS was drifting. Not malfunctioning. Drifting. Consistent with deliberate signal interference. We'd read about this happening to vessels in similar exclusion zones. Knowing about it intellectually is one thing. Watching your coordinates slowly pull toward land you're not supposed to approach, that's another thing entirely. We held our position, and we waited. And what appeared on the horizon 40 minutes later was not a patrol boat. We brought the footage and coordinates to 2 independent open-source intelligence analysts, the kind of people who spend their lives parsing satellite imagery for anomalies that governments don't want found. Their findings took 6 weeks. What they told us fell into 3 categories. Category 1, infrastructure that shouldn't exist. The northern plateau of the main island shows ground disturbance consistent with deep excavation. Not recent, probably decades old. But the thermal output detected in winter imaging suggests active use. Something underground is generating heat regularly. Category 2, traffic patterns. Cross-referencing vessel tracking data over an 18-month period, our analysts identified a recurring pattern, a specific class of resupply ship using transponder blackout, arriving at irregular intervals. Irregular enough to avoid predictable detection. Regular enough to suggest a permanent, staffed installation. Category 3, the cove. It does exist. Hidden by a rock overhang that makes it essentially invisible from surface level. And in one image, taken during an unusual low tide event, the entrance to what appears to be an underwater tunnel or dock facility is clearly visible. This is what the marine biologists filmed. This is what 3 publications refused to run. Here is where it gets complicated, and where we have to be honest about the limits of what we know. Sovereignty over this archipelago is legally ambiguous. Multiple nations have overlapping historical claims. No binding international ruling has ever been issued. And that ambiguity? It isn't an accident. Legal gray zones are useful. They allow facilities to exist without being subject to the inspection regimes, transparency requirements, or international oversight that apply to acknowledged military bases. Whatever is happening on these islands, it operates in a space deliberately designed to be unaccountable. The thermal signatures suggest a technology application that neither nation has officially tested in any acknowledged facility. We reached out to 3 government press offices for comment. 2 did not respond. 1 responded with 4 words. We have no information.
Secret military installations have always existed. That's not the story.
The story is this. In an era when almost every square meter of Earth's surface can be imaged from space, when data trails are nearly impossible to fully erase, and when a community of determined open-source analysts can reconstruct classified programs from publicly available fragments, places like this are still operating in the dark.
And the people living closest to them, fishing in those waters, breathing that air, watching those ships arrive in the night, they've been trying to tell us for decades.
We're not done with this story. There's a second location. Same archipelago, same pattern of deliberate obscurity. And the evidence connecting them is something we haven't shown you yet.
Subscribe and come back. Because the next video goes somewhere even they didn't expect us to find.